Now, after you've created your assessments, to view them, you go to Assessments and then an Assessment Lists. So here is a list of all the assessments, and we're going to look at the two different types of the regular general assessment. So the first one, this math quiz, I'm going to press View or just type on or tap on it at the top. It says Math Quiz. I just tap right on that or tap on the View arrow, and it goes to that assessment. Now, if you see, there's some students have been marked here. Yes, no, saying they got the concept or they didn't. This is a 2-point assessment, and it creates it like this, where you can just tap on the yes or no, and it'll mark, color that square basically, saying they got it or they didn't. Now you can also, after I've done all that, I'm going to just kind of do this a little more, finish them off. So I'm going to fill these in. There, done. So I've marked everyone in this class, maybe walked around with the iPad, tapped yes, no. And now I'm going to go up to the sort button at the top here, and I'm going to sort by rating. So when I sort by rating, it'll put all the ones who didn't get it, no, all together, and the ones who did get it all together. Next, I can collect evidence. I could be walking around and collecting evidence on this. Now, there's a separate video which shows all that, but I'll just tap on it just so you can see. I can collect evidence from a camera, the camera on the iPad, the video option on the iPad, audio, collect photos that I've already taken, a cloud link, and you can see from any of these options like Google Drive or OneDrive, Dropbox, all those, or you can even add your own. Under Settings from the home screen, in that section there, you'll see a place to add stuff to cloud services. Or you can actually copy someone else's and paste it in here as well, so there's a paste option. So you can collect evidence for each child. You can type a comment in, and I'll say Igor demonstrates blah 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 blah. There's some comment options over here with the arrow, the double-headed arrow. Beside that comment, if I click that, you'll see it says Igor demonstrates because that's what I've typed in. But I can also have create comments in a comment bank and bring them in here. So if it's something that I'm going to use regularly or in the future, I can save that comment to a comment bank and then grab it and bring it here. And those are explained in another video as well. I just kind of want to point some of the things out that are here. So you can save this comment. If I typed a really good comment up right now, I could save that to the comment bank because I know I'm going to use it for other students even on this particular assessment. And it'll change the pronoun and the name accordingly. Or I can get one from the comment bank. So I'm just going to close this out. Oh, the other option in there I should show you is down the bottom of this little pop-up box. It says hide comments when emailing. So that just means that when I'm emailing this, if I'm emailing these comments to parents or this assessment to parents, I can hide the comments. Sometimes I don't want to show what I've said. It might be just I've typed something really quick and it's more of just information from me, or it could be that I just didn't want to take the time to polish it enough. So all I'm just going to send to them is the title. It'll send the email with basically saying they got it, the yes or no, or score or whatever else I've entered, but just not include the comment. And I can hide the comment just for one student or for all the students. Some other options are the search button at the top, and again, this allows you to search for anything on this screen. And that's completed in another, or demonstrated in another video as well. Sometimes I might want to search for everyone who got a score of less than, 5 out of 10 or something like that. I can do that. And that will be explained in the other video. There's the share button at the top here. So this is where I would select students and email the results. Or I can create a PDF of this list. So to select students, I'm just going to go over here. You'll see on the left-hand side, it says select, and there's some boxes with a check mark in it. So if I press that, it'll select all the students. If I press it again, it'll deselect all the students. So I can select everyone, or I can just tap on the ones that I want to select by just tapping on them. And then if I want to select everyone or remove those and then select everyone, I just tap the select button. So if I selected everyone and then pressed select email selected students, it would create emails for separate emails for all of these students. If I want to just generate a list, a PDF list, I just tap the list. It'll create a quick list of this. And you can see I could print this off, or I can, by going to this top share button in the corner, I can message it, email it to a colleague or principal or whatever, or save it to a drive, or print it. You see the print button down here. So I'm just going to press done up in the corner, go back. And the last few options are under this, there's a few more options. There's this more options button just below the video camera. You see more options. If I tap on that, there says conference and fill down. Conference allows you to put in, if you're having some kind of conference with a student, it basically will put in, I'll just do a demonstration. If I click conference, I can put in a writing conference, fiction, nonfiction, for reading in general. You can edit these, type in your own. These are just preset ones that I put in, but I'll just show writing, for instance. If I tap on writing, it says it's going to replace any data I've already put in there, or any comments I've already put in. So that Igor demonstrating ... that'll disappear because I'm just going to replace this. So I put OK, and you'll see here that now it has this kind of conversation. So it's when I sit down and do a conference with a student, I'll ask, oh, what are you working on? And then Igor will say something, and I'll just type it in, what he's writing, what he says. How's it going? So on. What are you doing to make your writing better? And so you can, again, change these questions to whatever you want. And but it just makes doing conferences easy. There's also this fill down option. It says there are no students selected. Please select the students you want to fill the comments for. This basically just puts the same comment in a bunch of students, all the students you selected. So maybe if all these students that got it, that have yes, I might select everybody, and I might take off these ones here, and just fill down a comment. So I might just say, and you use these here, like name, I'll put the name in, understands ... and then I'll just put he, she, blah, blah, blah. And so just make sure you use these buttons, or at least these, the greater than, less than signs, with exactly the way it is here, to anytime you're using a pronoun. So if I want this in here, I just press fill, and this says fill comments in all the selected students. I press fill, and you'll just see that everyone, Anita understands, she, blah, blah, blah. So this will just kind of replace that one. And if they've got it, I might say they understand it. It's going to be the same comment for everyone that got it, maybe. Do you know what I mean? And then these are the ones that I might have to do something different with, the ones that didn't get it. So there's fill down options. Then up here in the corner, there's a little menu with 3 lines. I can tag students for future assessments. And that means basically maybe these top students that didn't get it, I might want to select them, and then I can create another assessment that'll just these students are included in. So if I click this and press tag for assessment, it'll go through the process of creating a new assessment, so a new general one, or whatever one I want. I could have chosen any one there. I'll just create a new quick general one so you can see. And when I create all this, I'm just going to cancel it, but it would select just those students and create an assessment for them. So let me go back into this again. And the last, another option up here is comparing the assessments. So sometimes I want to look at one assessment. Maybe I did a conference with students before, a writing conference, and then I want to look quickly. I want to see what I said last time. So when they're sitting with me, I say, oh, well, last time you said you were going to work on this. So did you do that? And we can kind of look at it, because I can't remember from the last time I talked to them what they said they were going to work on necessarily. So I'm going to go back out of this, and I'll select, I'll go into, you'll see Writing Conference Week 1. Let's tap that. And I'm going to select this one. So I'm going to go here and compare assessments. So, and basically says here, it just says select the ones you want to compare. So I'm going to do that one, and I'm going to press on the Writing Conference Week 2. I could select more, but let's just compare those two. And then I press compare at the top. And now you'll see for Anita Bath, I can check what I said last time. This is what she was working on. I can see what I said. And then when I work with her this time, I can type in, we can talk about it, and then I can make my new comments. So it's just an easier way to really see what I've done, what we've talked about before together. So let's go back to home here and go back into assessments and assessment list and go to the math quiz one. And the last real thing up here is, there's a comment bank where I can enter comments in the comment bank. And again, that's going to be in another video. But there's also assignment settings, and that is just if I want to make some changes to the settings for this, if I want to change the title instead of math quiz, or the date that it was, maybe I set the date, the test was done on, the 5th, but really I didn't do it till the 8th, and I wanted to change that. I can just go into assignment settings. So I press assignment settings, and it goes back to kind of this initial creation one where you created it, and you just make the changes. So I might change this here, click on it, and pick a new date, like the 7th or something like that, and maybe that's it. Then I just press submit. And so those are the basic things for using this general assessment. The last thing might be, if I go back here, is if I look at the Math Quiz 2, this is another general one. And if I didn't do a yes-no, it comes up like this, where there's a little drop down, and I choose the rating scale this way. So on your way, beginning, and it's sorting it automatically. Because I have this sorted by rating at the top, they seem to disappear, but really they're just being sorted. I'll show you. So I'll do another on your way. And when I click off, that one disappears. But if I go down here, you can see they're being sorted. If you don't like that, just click on the rating at the top and change it to student name. And then it makes it sometimes a little easier just to enter them as you're going down. And that's it.